Hello, welcome back to a new Transformers toy review. I'm Autobot, and this is Transformers Galaxy Shuttle. This is Transformers Legacy United Galaxy Shuttle, and I recommend him a lot. This is from the Legacy United waveline. This is not the $5 the Velocitron race one. This is a great figure. I like this figure. This is a really nice figure. This is... if you like the Astrotrain mold, I recommend it. Now, if you only like how this guy looks with this mold, I recommend you get it. Now, if you wanted the Velocitron, I recommend you get it. You know, it's the same figure, I think. There's no... that I know of, I don't think there's any paint differences from the Velocitron and then this one and stuff like that. I think it's the same thing. So, essentially, it's the same figure. This guy and this guy are essentially the same. And they look good. They are really nice figures. Obviously, comparing them, you don't have the little paint right here that's like scratch and stuff. Some of it on I know I had more paint scratch like that, not just the feet. Anyways, they're essentially the same figure, just different paint and different head sculpt. And it's a great mold. I highly recommend it. If you can, please get it. Do not pay overpriced. And if you were one of those that accidentally bought it for $150, because that's how much it was going for, sorry. That sucks for you. Sorry, I gotta get this together. But yeah, this is it. Anyways, the articulation is basically the same if you have Astrotrain. So, since it's an old mold, I'll kind of go over the articulation pretty quick. But essentially, you have the same thing as the Astrotrain. The head sculpt, it can go left. Almost the 360. Oh yeah, it can do the 360. You can look up. And it's on a ball joint, so you're pretty good. And then the arms can go almost 360 if it wasn't for the wings. But it can still kind of do it. So, it's pretty good. You have that double bend on the elbow right here. You can do that. That's pretty good motion right there. You don't really have it, but I guess you can just bring the arm down and give him a sword like it's coming out of him or something like that. You know, you can get creative with that motion with some weapons. Kind of like the... you can kind of have him holding it like if it was the War for Cybertron game. I'll show it up in a bit. It looks weird, but it still looks cool. You have that on the arm. It has a twist. You can do the whole 360, and then you got that double. But that's mostly for transformation, but still pretty good. And it can go out that far. So, it's not too bad if I'm being honest. It's still pretty good. And then, same thing with the other one. It goes up that much, high that much. It could do the double bend on the elbow instead of the rotation. Blah, blah, blah. It's pretty good. Now, it has a waist swivel. Yes, it does. It has the 360. It can go all over. So it can do... whoosh. So I can do that. So that's pretty good. Now, for the legs can go out that much. If you kind of rotate it, it can go all the way. It's just that the wings, the backpack kind of gets in the way. So that's posable. That's how good posability is, considering the wings are a little backpack heavy. So that's pretty solid. The legs can go up that much, so it's not too bad. And then it has ankle tilted, but it's like not the best. Like, it's good, but it's not like very noticeable or very like compare like other figures where the whole ankle just goes all the way down. So yeah, it's not that bad. But I did want to point out this. For Astrotrain, the joints on this one are a little loose compared to this guy. Like, alright? And then it's like a little tighter. Okay, so this is really soft, and then this is like, I'm doing it hard. Oh, and sometimes they're really stiff on mine. Even the leg, even this part, the knee is like really a little hard. I'm guessing it's because the paint compared to this guy, it's like super easy, and the wings are like really easy. Like maybe because it's older and they fixed it, you know. And this one's like a remold, not a remold, but they decided to sell it again. So like this part, it's like a little stiff on it. Oh, see? It's like a little stiff. So just be careful, that way you don't put too much pressure and like break it or something like that. So it's just a little, you know, a little thing to kind of me checking out. Sorry. Gotta fix this real quick because I'm getting bigger figures and I'm trying to be better with the camera. That way, oh, that looks pretty good. Okay. That looks better. That looks a lot better. I gotta get this angles right with the camera. Anyways, this is a great figure. You know, accessories comes the same thing as Astrotrain. You get this big backpack that they can detach, you know, and turn into, how does it open? Oh yeah, you gotta open it from this way. You know, this whole freaking gun and galaxy space ports and stuff, like, it's all over the place with this guy. So yeah, it comes with the same weapons. You get that launcher and you get the weapons and all that. And then obviously the guns can go all over him and stuff like that. So let me take these off. Let's take these off. And then you also have these pieces that turn into extra feet. Well, not feet, but kind of like go all the way at the bottom. But on my copy, where was it? They kind of came in like that. I don't know if you can kind of see. There's like little bumps. You can kind of sand it with like something like that. I forgot what they're called. You can kind of sand it, but these pieces were coming like that. And same for the paint. Like some of the paint areas on this guy right here at the wings and right here, it still had like paint on it. So just be careful with that. You can easily just sand it off or something like that. So the same thing as Astrotrain. You're going to put them on the feet. Let me see. There we go. Oh. Come on, get in there. Where's the peg? There we go. And then we get the other one. Peg it in there. And then you get this nice looking robot that looks pretty sick, you know? That looks pretty sick. And then I don't remember the instructions from the original Astrotrain say this. It's been a while since I touched my Astrotrain, but you can combine all his guns to form this like nice cool gun, I guess. It looks sick. I like it. I don't remember if it came on the instructions for Astrotrain, but you just kind of put them all together like that, and then he can have his gun like that, which is still pretty cool, good looking gun right there. Pretty huge for me, for like, if you ask me, it's a pretty big gun. But if you want to get like crazy creative, you know, I like to put the big guns and then just kind of like bring down these parts, make it look like the War for Cybertron ones. Since it's black, you can't really see that this is an arm. It just looks like a square, and then the gun's coming out from like the bottom and stuff. So that's kind of cool. So let's peg this to here. I kind of like having him like that. Now if he wants to go like full like burst mode guns and everything, ammo, full machine guns, full on some Cybertron from the trilogy where Optimus Prime gets all his gun cannons and just shoots crazy lasers and everything. You know, you can put the missile launchers on the back, and then just with some battle effects, just having right here blasting some Decepticons like crazy right there. Let me just kind of like pose him like that, crazy. And he can't really look up, but there's something right there, just like that, full guns and blazing and everything. That looks pretty sick. You know, you can add some battle effects. The one right here, right here, right here, and right here. Poof. I'm sure that'll look really nice. So there's that. So it's pretty sick. I dig it. Even though it's kind of the same thing as Astrotrain. This is one of those figures that, you know, it's a remold. It's the reuse of mold already, and it just still looks great. You know, there's some minor differences and stuff here and there, but it still looks good on it. You know, I don't know if I would count it, if it would count as a reuse of a mold, but for example, we got that Studio Series Jazz, and then we got that what was it from the Prime Universe, the red car? I can't think of the name. I always forget sometimes the names. That was a good reuse of the remold, you know. Then we have those Amazon Insecticons that I have reviewed. I have them reviewed. They're perfectly really good remolds, you know. They're based off of the same figure, and then just some minor changes, you know, paint and head sculpt, and they still manage to look great. Like, you know, it's pretty cool that they do that. So transformation is the same as Astrotrain. So first thing we're gonna do is just kind of make sure everything right here in the waist is aligned, and make sure the legs are good and everything. We're gonna bring these pieces up. I like to bring these up first. Then we're just gonna bring the arms down like that, and then we're gonna rotate it like that, and then just bring it up so you can see everything. And then there's a peg right here. That peg right there is just gonna peg right here. So it's just gonna go like that. Boom. And then let me see. Gotta make sure peg's in there. There we go. It's pegged. Now we do the same thing with the other side. Bring down the arm. We rotate it. And then make sure you can be able to see it. And then we're just going to bring this down. Just like that. So it should be looking like that so far. Now with this, we're going to bring the arms out. The whole section right here. And then we're just going to bring this out. And it's just going to go like that. Make sure that peg that's on the elbow and the hand right here is pointing outside, because then that's going to connect with the backpack. We're going to do the same thing with this piece. I don't like those connections right there. I'm really scared of my fingers all the time. Like if the joint will, like, not the joint, but the peg will break at any point in my life. So, yeah. And then we're just going to bring these out. And then bring these whole sections out. And then the whole chest is going to come out. And then you can flip out the tail of the spaceship and stuff. And then you just bring these down. And then that. And then just that together right there. Nice and neat right there. Okay. And just like that. Now the wings, they just kind of fly them out and stuff like that. So they just stay like that. Now the legs is the annoying part on this figure. For some reason, these pegs are so tight on my figure, I cannot stand them. So we're just gonna flip them over. But before anything, if you don't have the Astrotrain mold, don't just pull this piece down, because it is on a slightly small tab peg here with this thing right here. I don't know if you can see. There we go. It's pegged in there. So all you got to do is just kind of push it a little bit and then just slide it down. So be careful. If you do not own Astrotrain before, be on the lookout for that, because that can be very harmful for the figure. You could break it, and we don't want that, right? So the same thing here. Just kind of give it a little small pull. It's not a hard pull or anything. Just kind of a little push, and then bring it down and push it, and then it just comes down automatically. That's all. And then for here, we're just going to bring these down. Just bring these things down for now. Actually, no. We'll leave them to the side. Sorry. So then right here, you can start seeing the spaceship side of everything and stuff like that. And then we're just going to pull this whole section. We pull it. And then we can just bring it out like that. Just to the side. And then we're going to do the same thing with the other one. Bring it to the side. And then you can kind of start pegging, so you can start aligning the stuff with everything. So you just kind of align it. And then right here, we're going to move this whole backpack back out. Just like that. Just to make space here. And then these pieces, they're going to slide back. We're just going to slide them to the back. But they're also going to align right here with this piece right here. So this is basically what's going to happen. Just like that. And then just kind of push it in there. And make sure everything here is kind of aligned. And then you push it together. You gotta make sure everything is lined. It will not peg if the pieces are not sliding there. It's gonna look crooked and ugly, so make sure your pieces are really good together. Everything's good in there. So now that's done, you just bring these pieces down. And then you bring this piece out. There we go. And then you just bring this whole section down, just push it back. And then this whole section will come in. And then you kind of got to give it a little push towards there. And then just peg it in there. And there you have. Make sure this is out good. There we go. Doesn't want to peg good. I don't know if I'm doing it right, but it's pegged good here, so I'm not sure what's going on there, but there we have Galaxy Shuttle and their spaceship mode. The spaceship looks really, really nice. I like the Y with the blue strips here, the Autobot logo. Like, this looks really, really good. I love it. I really do. I'm glad I waited it out and I got this figure, and it just looks nice, you know? Now, ooh. Whoa. That was an accident. Now, this thing has like a spaceship mode. Obviously, it's the same thing as Galaxy. So you can just kind of have these things like that, you know, and then you have the same pegs will peg in there, just kind of like that. You gotta figure it out, the 2, 3 in the bottom. There we go. You know, you can do that. I need a better space for recording, I'm not gonna lie. But this is the only space I have right now at the moment, so you could do that. That's pretty solid, you know. Or you can just dude, these are so solid. You can have them like that. Just like that. That looks really good. You know, you can get creative with it, so it's pretty good. This piece is not just the backpack to store away the weapons. It can work as a little like extra like base for the spaceship mode, but it also has another use for his different mode, which I'm sure everybody is well aware. Astrotrain. He's based off Astrotrain, so he needs to have that spaceship mode. So we're just gonna bring this whole section back, and then we're just gonna bring this like that, and that's just gonna stay like that. That's all you gotta do. And then right here, we're gonna bring these pieces out again. Ooh, that was too rough. I'm sorry. And then we're just gonna bring these pieces out, and we're just gonna rotate. Sorry, we're gonna rotate, and it's gonna go counterclockwise. So it's just gonna go like that. It's counterclockwise, so it's gonna go the opposite way. And then we're gonna bring these pieces out, and then you're gonna push these right here. You pull them. You either push them or pull them, but these pieces kind of come out. So this is how it looks before, and this is how it looks after. So you just gotta pull all this down right here. That way you have the front of the train out. So, and then again, we have to do the whole same process again with aligning everything and the pieces together right here, like I did before. We'll just align everything together. Align this together. There we go, everything's online. And then we're just gonna bring these pieces back right here. Right here. We just peg everything together. And then I like to have the train wheels on the side for now. And then what's gonna happen is this whole section right here is just gonna fold on both areas, and then we're just gonna bring the tips of the wings, because these move, and there's a little small whack tab that's just gonna semi tab in there. It doesn't really tab in there, but I guess it kind of holds it together. Supposedly it's supposed to tab there, but I can never get it to tab there, kinda, properly. Still kinda pops out, like, it won't sit there and it just kinda goes back, so just kinda meant to hold it. Same thing here. Just gonna bring it, and then just kinda bring this piece. So, wings like that, push it down, and then we're just gonna bring it and just kinda push it there, and just kinda goes in there. And then these pieces are just gonna go out just like that. And then the same thing over here. And then you bring down these parts, and that's when everything comes down really nice and neat, and everything just looks so good right there. And there you have him as a train, which looks good in black. I really like this black train. You know, it's okay. It's a great train. It's black, you know, it gives me retro train vibes, you know, and stuff like that, you know. Most trains are black and stuff, so this looks like a really nice train. I like the little white here, you know. Under you have the whole spaceship, but it's a train, so you're gonna mainly have it like this. Now that looks cool, and yes, it does roll, and the nice wheels look really nice when it rolls. I don't know if you can see it right there. That one's rolling. This one doesn't really roll on my area, but it still looks really, really nice. And then this piece, we're just gonna transform it back to what it was. Just a little, you know, big giant square. We're gonna peg these to the side. And then we're just gonna peg everything right here. Hold on. Let's go that one, and then we go with that one. And then Then we bring this hole down. And now, obviously, we still have this booster here for the spaceship and everything. And then what we're just going to do is it going right there? Is it good? No. It goes like that. You can have that. You know, it's part of the train. So, it's still pretty good, solid idea to do. So, this is really good. It works. It works for me. And this is a leader class. That's how leader classes are nowadays. So, it's still a really good figure, you know? So, I really recommend it. I'm going to start transforming it back. And then I'll do little size comparison with other figures. So, yeah. Oh, remember, you got to bring these out in order for these to flip. So, just be careful with that. So, this is a solid figure. I really recommend it. I got mine from Amazon. If they're not available at Amazon, you can still pre-order them at GameStop. I do not buy from Big Bad Toy Store. I do not buy from like all those TF stores or any of that. I don't know. I just feel like they're oversaturated and everybody buys there. So then it's harder to get your figures. I want to say. I don't know how it is. I never bought them. You know, I just get them there because I have Amazon Prime or... You know, or GameStop gives me points, and if I pile them up too much, I can get a free figure, you know, stuff like that. That's why I do it there. Other than that, yeah, try to get your figure. I recommend it. It's solid. It's great. It's white. I just hope it doesn't happen what happens to every white Transformer, where the paint just kind of goes ugly. So hopefully that doesn't happen to it. Now I'm having problems with this guy. This thing doesn't want to go in. Hold on. I'm dumb. Now I know why I wasn't going in. It's supposed to be like that. I hate those pieces so bad. I don't even think Astrotrains are that tough or tight. There we go. There we go. Now we got it. Bring this out a little. There we go. And then we're going to bring this piece that's super tight. Bring this whole section to the side. Bring this out. Bring down the skirts here. That. Bring these around. If you're struggling like I am, just grab its gun, and then you can just peg it and then just bring it out and then just kind of rotate it out. So that's a pretty good idea if you're struggling with weapons. I mean, hands that you can't take it out, you know? So we're going to do here the same thing. Just like that. And then we bring this whole section down. Put this in. Just like that. Peg everything good. And then there's everything right there. Galaxy Shuttle right there. Now, comparison. Here's Astrotrain. Obviously, they're the same size. They're the same figure. There's some minor difference. Paint job. Like I said, just this. And then a little bit here on the shoulders. And then the rest over here on the side. And then there's just like that. So, the sculpt is the same. Different health sculpt, I mean. And then, but it's still the same right here. Posable movement on it, right? So, it's pretty good. Here's compared to the Optimus Prime Studio Series. Pretty good, solid, what's it called? Size for them to be. That's pretty solid. Now, I have these guys right here. Give me 1 second, I'm trying to grab them. Oof, gotta be careful. Here I have Victory Leo and Victory Saber. Now, this looks great right here. You know, this is amazing. Like, this just looks really good. These three guys together. Now, I don't know if he should be like this smaller to Victory Saber, considering he's a spaceship, or maybe at least a little taller. But it still works for me. You know, leader always got to be the biggest one. So, this is great. This is amazing. I love this. So, even if you don't have the hash lab, which is really expensive to get right now, get this guy. Even if you don't have your Astrotrain, or if you have an Astrotrain, just get it. He's really good. I enjoy playing with him. He looks good. And he even looks, the aesthetic of the head sculpt on it it's really cool. So, I really do recommend Astrotrain. Galaxy Shuttle. So, please like and subscribe, and thank you.